Hello again. Tonight's story is by Julie Fitzpatrick. News headlines. Oh dear, no dear, Santa's SOS, save our sleigh. December is usually a very busy time of year for Santa, but this one has been particularly challenging for all sorts of reasons. Not many people know this, but Santa is based in a small shepherd's hut, or bothy, in a secret spot high up in the Pentland Hills, south of Edinburgh City. You will recognise it if you ever go past, but please don't tell everyone about it, as Santa does need time to get all those presents ready for Christmas. The bothy looks small on the outside, but similar to Doctor Who's TARDIS, it is much bigger once you get inside. You need a lot of space for the elves to get to work with boxes, paper and sticky tape during the pre-Christmas rush. It's lucky that Santa has a very good internet connection in the hills. This year, many children are contacting him by emails or texts. Santa has heard this is called social media, but he is rather sad that it seems to have replaced children visiting him in the shops and streets in Edinburgh. Hopefully just for this year. Santa has also just realised that with many restaurants and cafes shut, this could mean fewer mince pies, which he loves. Yes, I do. He has been advised that mince pies could be delivered to him in the Pentlands by drone. Santa thinks this sounds a very boring type of technology, but he has been assured that the pies should arrive safely and it's the way of the future. Santa is not keen on this, but is confident that drones will never replace delivery of presents to children by deer-pulled sleigh. One thing has been really troubling Santa are the new quarantine regulations after international travel, affecting humans and animals too. This, of course, has stopped Rudolph and the other reindeer, Donner, Blitzen and Prancer, making their way to Scotland from the North Pole. Who will pull Santa's sleigh on Christmas Eve now? Sitting at the door of his bothy, Santa suddenly found the answer. It, or rather they, were right in front of him. Deer, grazing on the heathery slopes of the Pentland Hills. Straight away, Santa approached a large and handsome deer. How fortunate that they both spoke Scotch. In a matter of minutes, Santa had his sleigh team assembled. Although all the deer were called red deer, they were in fact a range of colours from light fawn, rusty brown to almost black. Santa had decided to invite a rather more diverse group of deer to pull his sleigh, as his usual reindeer helpers were all male and looked rather similar. Santa's Scottish quartet included stags and hinds, names for male and female deer, and they came in all sorts of shapes and sizes. Their names were Monty, Morag, Maisie and Doug. Monty and Morag were the lead deer, while Maisie and Doug brought up the rear. Santa was confident that his dream team of deer now had the right combination of strength, speed, intelligence and sense of direction for the job they had to do. Santa made a mental note to offer the Scottish deer a contract for the following Christmas early next year, and then luckily he remembered to add it to his forward planner on his mobile. Santa's memory is not 100% these days, but rest assured he doesn't forget the presents which children have requested. Santa looked down at his tick list on his mobile phone. Christmas was getting nearer and there was still much to do. Snow, or at least some sleet, ordered. Tick. Waterproof tartan coats designed for the deer. Sewing had begun. Tick. Flight path for the sleigh lodged. Tick. This had been some task. Edinburgh Airport was now aware of Santa's plans for distributing presents across the whole city, and they would advise on wind strength and direction on the night. Tick. Google Maps had been consulted to identify possible hazards for the flying deer. Edinburgh Castle, Arthur's Seat and the cranes at St James's Centre, all rather tall features which would have to be avoided at all costs. Tick. Santa also put a tick beside the box which said, First Minister agreed to brief sleigh stop outside Bute House. What a relief, as Santa knew he and the deer would need a rest once they had reached the centre of the city. Santa was still troubled by one thing. His Scottish deer had black rather than red noses. The elves had developed a solution, schnozzle soup. This has some similarities to butterbeer as enjoyed by Harry Potter and friends. The elves brewed up this thick and rather smelly drink from mainly berries, leaves and other natural ingredients found on the hillside and in the woods. It was a deep red colour. Monty, Morag, Maisie and Doug all loved it. Not only did they all end up with red noses, but they had red mouths as well. So on Christmas Eve, remember to look out of your window to see if you can see Santa, his sleigh, and of course, the deer. You may hear the noise the deer make, a deep barking sound, but remember that while reindeer speak ark talk, the local deer are fluent in Scotch. Don't worry if you don't understand their language, as you will recognise them by their red noses and tartan coats. Everyone knows that Santa says, ho ho ho, but you may also hear him saying, "Och aye, we're nearly there the noo," to encourage Monty and the gang to keep going until all the presents have been delivered. You could, of course, prepare your own schnozzle soup to leave for the deer on Christmas Eve to fortify them on their journey. There are many different recipes for the soup, and the adults in your house should advise the main ingredient is something red. Don't forget Santa's little piece of shortbread or even a mince pie. He's really going to need them this Christmas. Thank you so much. What a wonderful story. I hope you enjoyed tonight's Advent story. Don't miss out on the chance of some more Christmas magic by booking my new online Santa at Home grotto now. The elves and I have been very busy getting the Wi-Fi sorted out in the North Pole so that we can all meet and chat together via Zoom and have a right good Christmas party together. Book now at santaathomeofficial.com. Merry Christmas, everyone.